Have you ever wondered, what if Minecraft had Greek influence? Percy Jackson, Olympus, all of those fantastical additions. Well, with this mod, it does. This is Greek fantasy. So let me show you what this is all about. Now, I've gotten things set up a little bit, but in this first box, we are going to go through all of Greek fantasy's added items. So, let's start grabbing stuff, and I'll show you what they do. Now, the first one, we're actually going to need to change the weather, because it only works in the rain. So, let's just make it rain for a second. And here it is, and boom! This is basically the equivalent of Zeus's Thunderbolt. It allows us to summon lightning down from the sky. It has a little bit of a cooldown, but it's pretty damn cool. Now, let's just end the rain. As we move on, we've got the Wand of Sick, I believe is how it's pronounced, but I'm not 100% sure. And this is a pretty cool wand. It shoots out some sort of energy beam. I don't know what the beam does, but it shoots out a beam, and it looks pretty neat. Then we've got the bows. So first we have the Avernal Bow, which is Curse of Vanishing and Flame. I guess we'll test it on these little Pegasi and unicorns. Then we've got the Bow of Apollo, which is multi-shot 1 and flame 1. So it's kind of a step up in that direction. You got multi-shot. Then you've got the Bow of Artemis, which has multi-shot 2 and power 5. This one does a lot of damage. Obviously, unicorns are pretty tough, so it's not going to be that easy to kill one. And I can't aim, for starters. And this is power 5, so it took 4 shots of power 5 to kill one. But the Pegasi, they go down pretty quickly. Next up, then, we've got the Bident. Hades. And it's not only just a simple weapon that you can hit with. This thing throws just like a Minecraft trident. You can go, you can pick it up, you can throw it again. It has internally made fire damage, so that's pretty neat. But yeah, that's the Bident. And then on top of that, you've got a pretty simple one, but it's just a throwing axe. And it has quite a decent range on it. You can hit from like here. Then you've got the Discus. So let's just throw this. Pretty simple. It's a disc that you can throw. But this one is cool. So this is like a vial, I guess, of Greek fire. So if I do this and I throw it, it doesn't just shoot them up, but it creates blue hellfire. I'm assuming hellfire is usually what blue is. Boom. Very, very cool. Now then, let's go back to our chests and grab a whole bunch of more stuff, because they do get a little bit interesting. So, we have Web Ball. Now, if I throw these on the ground, it creates these little spiders. And I can create webs too, but it creates these little spiders. Then you've got the Bronze Feather. These are just, I believe these are Stymphalian bird feathers. And then you've got the Dragon Tooth. These are interesting because it summons out skeletons that become your warriors. Now, these guys will literally follow you. So if I just come all the way over here, they've teleported to me. They're like followers. So that's pretty cool. Then you've got the Conch. Conch shell just spawns water, but it goes away after a second. Or it's supposed to. Unless I'm supposed to click it again. Oh, well, it went away last time I used it. It's not this time, but it summons water. Then we've got the Bag of Wind. The Bag of Wind is pretty simple. Gives you the Dolphin Grace, that's what it's called, and Speed 2. This is used as a crafting item as well for another item that we'll get to in a little bit. Then we've got Ambrosia. Ambrosia, you just eat it, and it gives you a whole bunch of effects. You get regen, you get resistance, fire resistance, absorption, and bad luck, which is interesting. Then you got the Staff of Healing. Pretty self-explanatory. It's got a little python around it, but it heals. And the Horn of Plenty, you can use this on cooldown, and it gives you random food. So carrots, honey, pork chops, rabbit, you name it. And then the Pan Flute. So this is cool. It plays songs. Lord of the Rings is on here. But Minecraft note block version, so it's non-copyright. So that's cool. And you can also play your own, using the wheel. And that's not it. That's one of the many instruments. So then you've got the lyre. We do this again. We've got songs. Lord of the Rings. Now being played on a lyre. Or the sound of silence. And again, you can play anything that you want. Same with the golden lyre. Again, slightly different tone. But same songs. Same plan. You've then got the Gorgon blood. Now you can drink this. 50-50. Healing, poison. I got poison. How unfortunate. And now the mysterious box. I believe this plays like Pandora's box, but you open it, and things can come out. Look, we've got Elpis. We've got invisible spiders. And it doesn't go away. It doesn't close. It started to rain. I don't know if that was the box or if that was just Minecraft. But yeah, we'll open another one just to get the variations. You do it again. Boom. Oh, and we were smitten. We were smitten. But Elpis likes to come out of Pandora's box, so that's pretty interesting. But yeah, let's just weather clear real quick, and we'll time set day. And we're going to get into the bosses of the mod. Well, the enemies first. We'll do the enemies first. So, let's go. We've got the Ara. This is the Ara. I don't actually know what the Ara are, but yeah, the Ara. My skeletons will fight them. We've got Arachne. Pretty self-explanatory. Human spidery people. We've got the, what is this? Arion, a golden horse. There are centaurs. I will show you structures for some of these in a little bit as well. We've got, what is this called? Cerestes? Cerestes? Then we got Cirque, the one with the wand. Then we've got Cyclopses. As you can see, they got the one big eye. We've got Centaur. Look at these guys. No, wait, Cyprian. We already had Centaur. What's the difference between a Cyprian and a Centaur? I don't actually know. And then we've got the Dracana. And these skeleton guys, they're just OP, saving me from every enemy. But let's grab the next row. So we've got Dryads next. Dryads are pretty simple. Little forest people. And then you've already seen them come out of the box, but Elpis. Elpis is in the pack. We've got Empusa. I don't really know what Empusa is, but they've got fiery head and wings. So I'm assuming hell. Yeah, and then you've got the Furies. That's what they're called. The Furies. I didn't realize they had hair like that. Very cool. And Gigantus. Big boys with clubs. Look at these. Huge. And what's this next? We got the Golden Ram. Golden Ram. I'm pretty sure you get one of the, I'm going to let them kill it. So you get like the golden... Oh no, you only get golden wool. I thought you'd get the golden string from that. We've got Gorgon. Medusas. Look at them go. Harpies. And Lampad. Lampad is another one I'm not too familiar with. Now let's grab the next row. As you can see down here, there are a few more. Those are the bosses, so we'll get to those. We've got the Mad Cow. This is literally just a cow with red eyes. So, self-explanatory. We've got, what is this? Makai? This thing's really cool. I'm a big fan of the swords and the double heads. Yeah, I think that's really sick. Then you've got Naiad. We've got Orthus, which is the two-headed dog, which is really neat. We got a Pegasus, of course. Seda, of course. Shade. Spooky little thing. And Siren. Sing us your songs. So, what's the last three? It is the Stymphalian birds. Small versions of these. I've seen the big versions in the Ice and Fire mod has that version. We got unicorns, of course. We've seen those. Special. And then there's the whirl. But I don't see the whirl. So, maybe it needs to be in water? Oh, it's literally just a whirlpool. I see it now. So maybe it has to be in water. But yeah, that's very cool. I was wondering what that was and couldn't see it before, but now I see it. And a llama trader showed up. Right, let's get into the bosses of this mod. So, first up, we have the Cretan Minotaur, which is this guy, has an enchanted axe. Big spooky Minotaur man. Pretty cool, if I say so myself. Then you've got the giant boar. Now this thing grows. It just keeps going up. My skeletons are all dead now, but this is the size of the giant boar. Then we've got the Hydra. Pretty neat. Spooky looking. It's got its triple heads. I wish its heads were a little bit better modeled, because they're kind of glitching in between each other. It'd be really cool if you could cut them off and get more, but I don't think that's possible. Or maybe it is, actually, because maybe that's why they're over to the left, because it can get more. Shall we find out? I think we should. Let's grab ourselves... let's just use a Biden. Let's just use a Biden. We're doing zero... We're doing negative damage. Netherite sword, maybe? Maybe the Biden does no damage to the Hydra. Oh, it just heals. Oh, I think it does have separate hitbox for the heads. It does. So that's very, very cool. It's getting more heads. It's getting more heads. It's killing the heads. That's a really cool functionality. Look at those heads. See, now I feel less about the model because I see that. So next up then we've got the Nemian Lion, which is really, really cool. Look at this guy go. Big lion boy. And finally, a python. Let's weather clear. Oh, he's poisoning me. I'm in creative and he's poisoning me. How spooky. Yeah. So that's all the bosses. Let's get into the armors as a kind of final thing. So we'll start with the snake armor because it is the most basic. It doesn't really give you any effects. It's just poisoning. I imagine that works by like, hitting them or walking into things. Not certain. Not certain. But yeah, next up we've then got the Hellenic Armor, which is kind of your gladiatory Achilles armor. It does have effects. It resists arrows from the front, but it's weak to arrows from the back. So it kind of has a negative and a positive. Then we've got the winged boots, which gives you, what is it, overstep? Overstep, but you get jump boost 5. I don't actually know what overstep does. Oh, it's just like auto jump basically. But it feels far better than auto jump, that's for sure. So that's really neat. Then you've got the Helm of Darkness, which makes you just totally invisible. Perfectly invisible. The armor on it's not amazing, but it's alright. Then you got the Nemian Lion hide, which immune to arrows from behind. So if you combine parts of these armors, like you get the Hellenic, and you get this, and you do this. Now I've got jump boost. I'm immune to arrows from the front and the back. I'm wondering how that works together, because one's negative, does it just equal out? I don't know. And I got poisoning too. So that's really neat. Now, there's one other mod that I added here that isn't the Greek fantasy mod. It's called Whisperwood, but I just wanted to show it up a little bit. So let me grab these things, just because it's kind of cool, and it's sort of in the realm of fantasy. So we got, let's spawn things first. So we've got little moths. These are pretty basic. And you've got wisps. Wisps of different colors. That when you can collect, you get the ghost lights. You can put it in the hand of fate, and it makes this little pyre. And you can also make little lanterns. So that's really cool. And there's a skull of a boss, which is also really, really cool. Now that we've spawned those guys, though, let's spawn in the bosses of this mod. So we've got the hide behind, which is this spooky little thing. I wonder if at nighttime it shows. Yeah, that is how it works. So at nighttime you can kind of get a good look at it. But yeah, spooky little thing. Then you've got these little guys, Spire, which are these little winged, what would you even call that? I don't know. But then you got really, really cool one. This is Hirschgeist. Hopefully I've got that right. Hirschgeist. I'm not sure, but very cool. Look at that. It glows at night. It has fiery head. It just looks sick. Such a cool boss. I really like this mod. It's a little bit small. It has a few little things, but it's very cool. So let's go to time set day. you guys can see them go invisible and stop it glowing. But let me show you the structures before we end off this video. So we have Centaurs. Let's teleport right over here. So this is what a Centaur Camp looks like. One of them stuck in the ground, but they'll have a spyglass. They'll have quests. Quests are in this mod, which is really cool. Summon and slay a Cerberus and slay Medusa. So that's pretty neat. Then we've got we'll go to the Python boss. So we've got the Python. It's this little structure here, which when you go inside, you got poisonous spiders, and you got a Python. But inside here, you've got the Bane of Serpents, you've got bronze helmets, bronze vases. Pretty decent gear, if you ask me. So, I don't need to go out there. Next up then, we're going to skip the maze. We're going to go to Seda Camp. So this is just similar to the Centaur Camp, but it's for Sedas. Quite self-explanatory, that one, I feel like. Then we got the Cyclops Cave. So this is where you'll find Cyclopses. Big clubs, lots of sheep. Decent gear in here. So, Bane of Serpents Stone Club. Not bad. Yeah, decent gear. Wouldn't say no to that, that's for sure. And then there is an Ara Camp. I don't know where it is though, so there's just another Seda Camp here. Then we've got the Hydra. So the Hydra spawns in this swamp, in this like dirt little thing. It's actually a pretty small area, I'm not gonna lie. I expected it to be bigger. You get some food at the back here. There is no chest, which is interesting, but probably because the Hydra gives good drops. I think this drops the Avernal stuff, which you need for crafting most of the good items. So, then we've got the Nemian Lion, which spawns in the desert in a little enclosure like this. You've got skulls. Again, this doesn't have chests, which means the drops must be pretty good. And then finally, there is the maze. I left this to last because it was quite big. We're going to go into spectator mode for this. But yeah, there's a maze. A really big, as you can see, maze. There's Hellenic Armor in here. There's tables. There's chests. Did this spawn in? No, it didn't. Game mode created. Let's see what we've got in the loot. Decent stuff. You get golden string. Oh, it's raining again. But I think there's a boss somewhere. There's this. Let's see what's in this chest. Oh, is that about to explode? Yep, that's about to explode. So there is a way down, as you can see. You've got... Here is, I think, the Cretan Minotaurs. Yeah. So this is the boss room, I imagine, where you've got flint spears, iron spears, netherite swords, and diamond chestplates. So this is like hella loot. Diamond spears, aqua affinity, god apples, enchanted diamond armor, which is kind of nuts. Crazy books. This is the place to go. This is the place to go, but I imagine it's quite difficult to do this legitimately. Oh, we got a little thing there, but yeah, it's quite a big maze to find your way through. But there's quite good loot, so it's kind of worth it in my opinion. And this looks like on either side there's ways down. But that is the mod, so hopefully you guys did enjoy. If you did enjoy, leave a like down below. Let me know in the comment section if there's a mod you want me to check out. And of course subscribe, and I'll see you guys in another video. Peace!